Welcome back into the Browns Live Meet the Rookie special presented by Vivid Seats. And I know this is one you guys have all been waiting for. New Browns defensive tackle, Perrion Winfrey, joining me now. Perrion, we got to talk your draft night. What you did that night, incredible. It's still everybody, and you said there's no love like the love from Cleveland. You caused that, man. You caused that with that energy. It was infectious. When you go back and relive that night, what do you think about it now here a couple weeks removed?
I wouldn't change a thing. I'm blessed just to be here, and I'm glad that this is the team that drafted me, and I'm grateful to have such a crazy fan base. I love everything about this organization.
So going to Oklahoma, you've played in front of a crazy fan base, right? You have dealt some big games. And so when you come here and you feel this fan base now, were you surprised? Like, did you have any idea what it was going to be like coming to Cleveland?
I'll always be a Sooner, but the Browns fans are way more crazier than Oklahoma fans are. It doesn't even come close. Like, it's crazy to think about how crazy they are about the sport of football in this state.
They love it. Yeah. They love it. They live for it here. The Pro Football Hall of Fame is here in Ohio because that's what Ohio is all about. And so now you get to come in here to this team, this city. You've already felt the love for the fans. People are already getting to the airport to get you to sign mini helmets. But a lot of, we heard in the energy, and I'm like excited to sit here with you. I have a lot of energy too.
Most definitely.
You bring it though on a whole nother level. Right now you're nice and subdued here. You hear about the business, about the work. But when you get into those places, when you get that amped, where does it come from? Have you always been like that?
I mean, it's just been in me. Like, it's just something that's always been a part of my life. I feel like that's something that I've always tried to bring into my game. I feel like I'm not the same player when I'm out there just going through the motions. Like, I'm always one of those guys that's going to bring juice and energy and going to be on the sideline barking, losing my mind, making sure all my teammates ready to go.
Well, Kevin Stefanski would say, if you're juiceless, you're useless.
Exactly.
You will never be useless.
Ever.
On account of, right, certainly not because of no juice. What'd you say? No pulp, all concentrated?
Exactly. 100% concentrated.
100% concentrated, and you certainly are. When you come in here, and it's one thing, right, to come in and you're loud, you're fired up, and you wanna work, and you're gonna push everybody to work. You go from being, the guy in college, right, to coming into the NFL. Now it's like, oh, I'm in a new locker room.
Exactly.
How do I fit in? How's that been, kind of that transition, coming here, meeting the coaches, meeting your teammates?
I feel like I've always been a people person, so people just migrate to me easy. So I've already built a lot of relationships with people on the team, and I just can't wait for the veterans to come in and see how we all mold in together. But I feel like I won't have a worry about me and them. I feel like all of our personalities are going to come in, and we're going to be able to bond right away because we all have the same common goal, and we all dogs. So
that's right. Literally the dog pound.
Really.
Did you feel like that was something that kind of, I know you said it was destiny, 97, you get the call, you can get number 97, you felt like that was destiny. You said your mom was a dog, your dad was a dog, you were born a dog. You had no choice but to be a dog, and now here you are with the dogs of the NFL.
Exactly. It's crazy. Yeah, it's definitely a blessing. I feel like this was the perfect organization for me, if we're being honest, like just for everything that I stand for and just like the principles that I live by and how I move in my day-to-day life, just to be able to be a part of the dog pound is just a blessing.
Well, you said that the principles you live by. What are the principles you live by?
Definitely a strong family man. I show a ton of love to everybody that has ever shown love to me in my life. Kind of like you said, I'm always juiced up, ready to go, and just making sure that anybody around me that's trying to do good things in their life, I'm making sure that I motivate them to be the best person they can be every day.
I like that. That's good. Definitely. So when you're fired up, you go through a game, for example, how do you kind of wind yourself down? What do you like to do to wind down? Because you can't be here all the time. You got to be able to come down a little bit.
I'd probably say I'd take a cold shower, to be honest, and I just sit in my room, turn the lights off, and just meditate. Because I turn my phones off, get away from everything, and just focus on myself and just meditate for like probably 15 to 30 minutes, and then after that I'm calm. So ready to go.
All right, so it's two things then. To start to get fired up, to start the fire up process, what do you like to listen to? And that was one of the songs Pat D said. What's your go-to pregame song to start to get you in the zone?
Right. So I probably start off with a lot of rap music, and then I say like an hour before the game, I go into like R&B or like old school. Like I listen to Ray Charles or something.
Okay.
Just to get me like mellowed out and calm. And then like right before we go out, then I'll start to listen to rap music again just to get me juiced up and amped and ready to go.
Favorite artist or favorite song?
I'd probably say my favorite artist right now is Lil Baby. But I don't have a favorite song. He got too many good.
Too many good ones. The whole catalog.
Yeah, for
All
real.
right, beautiful. And then, so when you go to do your meditation, is there anything that you listen to? Is there a mood you try to set for that, or have you mastered it, where you just start breathing and get it all within?
I used to listen to like ocean stuff and stuff, but I started to like more like the peace and quiet, just listening to my breathing more. So that's what I usually do.
All right, and then you mentioned also the cold shower. Chase Winovich, who plays on the defensive line with you, a veteran you'll meet.
Dude, I just met him in the locker room. Like,
great guy.
Yeah, he was like, "You got me juiced up, bro. I'm ready to go." I'm like, let's do it then.
Well, he's a big guy. He told me about this. He likes to take his shower like normal, and then at the end he likes to turn the water cold and just like stand there in the coldness. And he said then all of a sudden you hear voices in your head and you walk out, you're all fired up, ready to go.
Real talk.
Yeah. So there it is, and there's science behind that, folks. You can write that down, no doubt about it. Yeah, write that down. What's it been like with Coach Kiffin so far?
I honestly have a great relationship with Coach Kiffin. Like, I'm a big fan of Coach Kiffin. We came in and bonded right away. I feel like he's a great coach, and he's teaching us a lot of stuff that I can see that's going to apply to the game right away. And I just love how we practice, and I love the drills that we're doing. You can definitely tell he knows what he's doing.
Take it easy on those dummies, would you? I mean, I saw you like, pow, it's like flying across the field there. What was it like to get the helmet on, put your uniform on? And I know it's not the game uniform, but to put that on for the first time, was that kind of a cool moment for you?
Just to take a deep breath and just to finally realize that I'm a part of an NFL team was definitely crazy. And then just to see myself in an NFL helmet and just knowing that I'm finally a part of a team, it was crazy just to think about. And to think about the type of players that I'm about to be playing against and with, so yeah.
All right, I want to talk about something that was real, because when after we talked to you, then you go and you're like, all right, let's watch some tape on this guy.
Right.
Iowa State.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest hits I've ever seen.
Right.
When you're coming around and chasing him down from the backside, did you have any idea? Because he ducks into it, which makes it even more violent. But did you know at the time, like, this is going to be one of those?
That's why I pushed the ref out the way a little bit if you watch the clip, because I knew something was bad was about to happen. I'm honestly pissed off that he didn't fumble. I wish I could have hit him a little harder, but
I don't think you could have hit him harder.
It is what it is, yeah.
All right, so you hit him right there.
Right.
What were your teammates saying? Like, because that was one where that's everybody on the football field is kind of like,
no, they were losing their mind. Like, I've never seen, like, some of my teammates on the sideline, like, it's funny looking at their reactions. Like, the quietest people on my team were going crazy, squirting water bottles, coaches losing their mind. It was crazy.
All right, to be as juiced up as you are, to have this energy, it requires fuel.
Yeah.
What would be your favorite meal? If you could say, this is what I want right now, it's Perrion Winfrey Day, this is the meal that's being served.
I'd probably say chicken and shrimp Alfredo.
Chicken and shrimp, you're a big Alfredo guy.
Yeah, big pasta guy.
What's your favorite kind of pasta? Like from the noodle standpoint.
Right. I'd probably say...
The fettuccine often goes well with an Alfredo.
Yeah, I'd probably say fettuccine, to be honest with you. No noodle like
you were in there earlier this week. They had the fettuccine Alfredo bar in there. Were you crushing that?
I had some.
Of course you were. Of course you were. All right, last one, because this is my first opportunity to ask this question. I always like to ask the new guys this. There's a lot about you our fans already know.
Right.
You put it out there. Right. You got the energy. We know the mentality. We know you're going to bring passion. We know you're going to bring it on the field.
Right.
But what's something about you that you want the Browns fans to know that they probably don't know? Like maybe some just could be off the wall, just anything about you. So when they look out there, they see 97, they're going to know all the Dawg stuff. They're going to know all about that. What's something you want them to think about when they see you playing?
See me playing or just in my daily life?
General, anything.
If you're around me, like you could be around me for like an hour, you're probably gonna laugh about 15 times. Like I'm constantly cracking jokes and stuff, so you're gonna love it if you're around me for any amount of time. So
are these natural jokes, or do you have like a routine? Like do you have a stand-up routine?
Because I don't like when people like try to force funny. I just feel like I'm naturally funny. Like I don't gotta know. It just depends on like what I see or what's happening. Like.
Just some observational comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a new Seinfeld or Chappelle. All right, I like it. Well, Perrion, this has been a great pleasure. So happy to finally get an opportunity to sit down with you. I've been wanting to do this since the day you were drafted. We talked on the phone, man. You're about to come through the phone. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Well, welcome to the Browns.
Thank you.
Once again, and excited to see you go this year.
You already know.
Indeed. When we return, we're going to be joined by our third-round pick out of Purdue wide receiver, David Bell.